Alrighty. Hopefully everything is working correctly. Gonna try and join. No idea if I set this up correctly. Hopefully it's working correctly. I think so. Yeah. Okay, it's working correctly. Nice. Is this gonna be a bad live stream? Probably. That is okay though. I at least figured out how to even live stream on YouTube. So that is an improvement. Alright, I gotta look at my reference again. So if you're doing real thing. Seconds. Jeez. Hopefully my computer isn't going off like a rocket ship in the background, because sure as hell going off like a rocket ship in general, so. Okay. It actually doesn't look too bad. Heck yeah. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take me like 6 hours to do one night to do every single one of these buildings. This one just has a specific look that I am trying to get, so therefore the line art is taking forever. But I'm actually glad that I was able to get YouTube up and running. I know no one's watching right now, but I can clip this for later. I have my stream going on very quietly next to me just to double check everything's working. It's very funny hearing it go off. I mean, at least I know the desync isn't that bad. It's pretty funny that this competition finishes today, so gotta make sure I have this in. Is this line art the cleanest line art in the world? No, but it's in the background, so do I particularly care? No. Haha. Maybe I should test my brother and be like, hey, I'm live streaming, you should come watch. If he's not at work, I would have no idea. Okay, it's not looking too bad. This window down here is bothering me. Let's pretend it's not clipping into this little addy part on this building page. Hello! Kind of just chilling and drawing. How are you? Kind of new to live streaming, so I apologize if I'm not talking too much or that entertaining, but you know. Currently working on an illustration for, I think it's Clip Studios International, like, 39 competition? I don't know, it's due today, and I said I would do it like all week long, and I haven't, so kind of just speedrunning this before midnight, or whenever it's due, which I have no clue. Yeah. Probably midnight. What time zone? I don't know. Not super stressing about it, because I just want to have fun drawing, procrastinating, homework and stuff, yeah. It's always a good sign when you're procrastinating homework in order to draw. Got like a whole student film that I have to finish by this week, but that's a tomorrow problem, and probably like the whole rest of the week. So kind of just having fun chilling, drawing this, procrastinating homework, and will I probably get my homework done on time or this illustration? My guess is neither of them are going to be done on time. But such is the way of the procrastinator. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. It's been pretty groggy and rainy over where I'm at, so. Hopefully the weather's been nice over where you guys are. Not sure I like how these roof tiles are turning out, but when in doubt, I will paint over them. This liner's like super bad. It's in the background. It's okay. It won't matter, probably. Is this for a competition? Yes. Will the judges probably look at it? Also yes. Am I aiming to win this thing? No. If I was, I would have probably done this before the day it was due. So. There we go. Oh, this building looks like garbage, but that's okay. We just gotta do it, and then not look at it again. I think I'm adding like both too much detail and not enough detail at the same gosh darn time, which is a good combination, to be honest. But that's okay. Oh man, I messed up this line. I think I gotta just stop thinking about this building all too much. I have like my reference photo pulled up for this building, and it looks nothing like the reference photo, but that is okay, I hope. We'll just keep trucking on, get this building done, because I have like a whole city to draw in the background of this. It's not even like the competition theme has anything to do with drawing backgrounds. I think the theme is literally just music. And I decided to draw a whole ass background for this. Why? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I do like drawing backgrounds, but this is been a while since I've done like a super big illustrated city background. Like a really long time. I'd say I'm like an intermediate artist, so I really just decided to kick myself in the balls with this, but that is okay. We will get through this. Will it be turned in on time? Probably not. I am willing to make that sacrifice, as long as I am happy with this art piece at the end. Which I hope I am happy with this art piece at the end. Probably just as long as I don't look at this building again. Which sucks because it's, like, in the foreground. Or, it's in the foreground, but it's, closer to the the viewpoint and the focal point. But overall, it's okay. We will do this, and we will get it out of the way. Yeah, I'm not liking how I'm doing the tiles. I really wanted to go for, like, a crisscross kind of, like, chevron pattern, which I did awfully. I do not like how I'm doing this roof pattern. It does not look like the overlapping chevron I wanted it to. Looks like a lazy roof pattern, which it is, but also wish it was a good looking lazy roof tile pattern. That would probably make it really cool. Hello, IRL Jimmy. Hope you're having a good day. There we go. There we go. If you guys have any suggestions for, I don't know, making this building look better, let me know. And if it's like, you know, good suggestions, like actually following the perspective lines that I have set up, I only have one thing to say to you, and that is perspective is totally just whatchamacallit, subjective for this piece. I wanted to follow my perspective lines a little bit better, but then I screwed up in the sketch phase, and I'm too late to go back and fix it, so as long as it looks good in the end. When in doubt, you just never look at the art piece again and let it rot on a hard drive outside of your computer, so hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we will see. That or like just post about it on Instagram and forget that you ever did it. Okay, I think I have to stop working on this building. This looks awful. here. We're just gonna clear that out. Woo! It's finished build. Oh, I forgot the side of the building. Can't just make the front. I gotta do the side as well. Probably would be easier if I actually used a ruler tool, but I have no idea how to use the ruler tools in Quick Studio Paint, so I'm just gonna ignore the ruler tools. Would it overall make this piece look a lot better? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Welcome. Kind of just working on an illustration right now. Alright. Kind of looking better with at least the side of the building added in. I was going to add a chimney on this, which I think might help as well. Let's add that chimney in. Let's put it up to that perspective line right there so it actually, follows where it needs to go. Let's not make that as long. Let's alright. Then we do like that. Right? Maybe? How do chimneys look, man? I have no idea how chimneys look. That's okay. It didn't look terrible when I did that. But, okay. We got the flat part of the chimney. Then we have the rounded part of the chimney where it kind of, connects to the roof. Then we have this back part. Hey! It's a chimney! A badly rendered, or badly drawn chimney, but a chimney nonetheless. Yay, it worked! I don't like it, but it worked! Alright, just a few more details and then I can forget I ever drew this building. Oh, my stabilization is hella low. That definitely would have helped with the awful line art that this building has going for it. Whoops. That is okay, we will just keep trekking on. Hopefully this is entertaining. I have no idea what's entertaining. It's been a while since I've actually watched live streams, and first time live streaming on YouTube, so I'm glad OBS didn't die on me when I tried to do this. I mean, there was a whole process of actually, this is in vertical format. Hopefully this is in vertical format. If it's not in vertical format, please let me know. I tried very hard with YouTube dumb live stream settings, so this better be in vertical format. If it is not in vertical format, I guess I'll die. I gotta finish this illustration first, and then I'll die afterwards. There we go. Building is looking less atrocious with the side now put in. Still don't like it, but it's less atrocious. Hopefully you guys don't hear my rocketing off laptop. It is like a helicopter right now. It is going off, my man. You know what? I'm not going to put windows in there. I'm just going to leave the designs there and pretend that there's windows in there. Not clutter up the side too much. Just add in some details. There we go. And now a trick for perspective. We're just gonna transform this and then skew it back that direction. Does that look correct? I think that's good. Or after. Yeah, I like the after a lot better. There we go. There it is. Next building. Let's quickly get this one over in this corner out and finished with, hopefully. This one should hopefully just be like a quick one and done. I like how we did the windows over here better. Trying to use a lot of like points and triangles in this background because it's going to be a background that I'm going to, or at least a location that I'm going to come back to when I like make a comic. And I really want some strong shape language in the backgrounds. So hopefully that like comes through, trying to use all these pointy angles. I'm not like super pointy angles. If I wanted super pointy angles, I'd probably like go for more gothic architecture, but that would be another location. Okay, how the heck did I do these windows again? Alright, start with a square. Or more like a rectangle. Okay, rectangle. Then we're gonna do the upper part of the rectangle, side part of the rectangle. There we go. Now we do the window. Yay! Alright, looking good so far. Then we have a little point and the roof. Wow, that window actually doesn't look terrible. Surprise, surprise. Glad it doesn't look terrible because it is one of the main focal points. At least on this side, by the way, so. Which makes me want to fix something over here. Yeah, there we go. Adding like a little bump out for these windows right here. I feel like that adds to them a little bit more. There we go. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this is kind of boring. Yeah. There we go. Got like a little box jutting out there. Now let's do the roof side. And then we're gonna add in a nice roof trim. Let's have that roof trim probably connect to this bump out here. The perspective on this roof trim is awful. That is okay. We will survive. We will ignore it and we will survive. When in doubt, just, I don't know, just forget about it. When in doubt, just forget about it. Okay, that looks better. That looks definitely better. Man, a wonder turning up the stabilization does for your line art quality. It's almost like these last two buildings, I forgot to turn up my stabilization. And now that I did turn up my stabilization, it doesn't look as bad. Small victories, you know? Like, actual, perceivable, and good-looking line art. If I were to do this, that, like... Yeah, I'd say that probably goes to the vanishing point. Perspective is, at least in this piece, up to the viewer. So, I could be worrying too hard about perspective. I mean, you should probably never ignore perspective, especially when you're doing, like, a big, like, city piece, kind of like I am, but... Oh, I just realized my, drawing was totally out of frame for you guys. I apologize. I should probably be looking back at my stream a little bit more often. Kind of just going through and finishing this up. Or, not really finishing it up. Just having fun. Well, at least finishing up this first part. Get these bad chimneys, I guess chimneys in here. They kind of look like lollipops, but that's okay. We're just gonna leave the lollipops up there and forget about them. Alright, next thing. Add a freeze right here, probably. Whoops, did not mean to put that line there. Alright, now adding some Roman-esque kind of columns here. Ooh, I hate how uneven that is. Yikes. Okay, hold up. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, hold up. You guys still holding? Okay, that one's good. I like that one. Alright, it'll do. It'll do. Okay, now we're gonna add like a little bump out here. And then there's gonna be another freeze attached to this. angle on this one's probably wrong. It's probably more like that. And, oh geez, that looks awful. Okay. Be more like this and that. Alright, that looks semi in perspective. There we go. Alrighty. Added that little bump out there. Gotta wait for Clip Studio to save. There we go. Always save the projects. Never rely on the autosave function. Definitely always save your projects. I don't have any like horror stories of Clip Studio Paint specifically not saving my projects, but other programs, especially like Adobe programs, man, Adobe programs crash all the time. If I never had to touch Photoshop again in my life, I would. That program is the worst, actually. So if anyone's like a beginner artist and is like, oh, I have to pay for Photoshop, just don't. Photoshop sucks. Clip Studio has made some weird decisions, especially with like Clip Studio version 2 and everything, but Clip Studio version 1 works just fine, so we'll see when they stop updating it. But, I mean, definitely crashes less than Adobe does, so. Alright. I hate how these lines on these columns aren't going to be adding up. That's a rendering issue. That'll be a fix in rendering. Wow, I don't try, and the little swirls at the bottom of this column actually look passable. Took me like, what, 3 attempts to do the other one? Also, let me know if, hi, new to your live? Oh, well, welcome. I'm new to live streaming, so this is like my first stream on YouTube. So hope you have some fun, kind of just chilling out. Okay, now I have to figure out how I want to do these column-like things. I have them... Gosh, I want to stop looking at this building, but I keep referencing it. Oh, gosh. Maybe if I have time, I'll go back in and redo the line art for that building. Call the line art it has right now a sketch, and just redo it. I don't know, let me know if I should just redo the line art on the other building, because it is gross. Alrighty, that's not bad. Are these actually where they need to be? No. I'm not gonna let that bother me. I will be erasing this triangle because this triangle does bother me, but overall it won't bother me. My kind of thing when making art is that overall it should be fun, and if something's frustrating you, just leave it be. Put it in the background or like blur it or something. Controversial art take. Number one thing, art should be fun. If you aren't having fun drawing something, then stop drawing it. Sunk cost fallacy sometimes on art is like really big and you're like, well, I put a lot of time and effort into something. And here's the thing, you put a lot of time and effort into something that you don't like. Therefore, just let it rot on a hard drive off of your computer and never look at it again until like years later, and then you can appreciate it years later because you're like, wow, I tried something new. Does it look good? Nope, but I did try something new. Oh, you like it? Thank you. There we go. Okay. I feel like this building over here is less detailed. But it's further in the front. I feel like that's a good amount of detail. Like, okay, the perspective is a little too off. Why is it connected over here? Oh, cheese and crackers. Don't tell me. Oh, come on. I put these on the same layer. No. Oh, okay. At least it's gonna be easy. I can just copy and paste it. Yeah, they're on separate layers. Magic. Alright, cool. That's a little straighter now. Just gotta fix the line art. I don't know, in my opinion, making stuff straight is the worst epitome of anything, but that's okay. Everything should be a little crooked. It's art, you know? It's not robot made, it's person made, and people don't make straight stuff. I mean, some people do, but I'm definitely not a good enough artist to make straight stuff. Okay, that's what's right. I forgot the side of this window. There we go. And then we fix that. Yay! There we go. That actually doesn't look too bad. The line art is a lot thicker on this building up here, but I feel like that works in the favor of perspective. Although I think I might skew the perspective on this building over here just slightly more. Let's do a free-to-form. And just put up the top. There we go. Oops, accidentally selected the wrong line art color. Perfect. Alright. Erase this back building in front of this building. Here we go. And now we're going to merge these two because I don't know. I'm just going to throw balls to the wall and just merge those two together. If I screwed up and have to go in and fix them separately, I guess that's a future me problem, but overall, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, hold. Actually, I think I might reform that down a little further. The wonders of digital art, just changing the ratios with a little bit of deforming. Actually, I think I already regret merging those two together. Okay, hold up. That's this. And now we're going to put that on this line right there. Okay, that's better. And now I can merge them again. Yay! I don't know, in my opinion, a lot of people like keep a bunch of separate layers, and I don't know why, but that's like not like an art red flag for me, but it's definitely like a pet peeve of mine to just merge a whole bunch of layers or not merge a whole bunch of layers, just have a whole bunch of layers and not do anything with them. So I'll just merge them all. And then when in doubt, just paint over it when you get to the final rendering stage. There we go. Got 2. Actually, we have 3 buildings. Heck yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, here's the main focal point character right here, by the way. I really like his rendering so far, so. Okay, on to the next building. Let's pull up a reference for this. Alrighty. I'm gonna do this building back here. Gotta make sure I'm on my correct thing. Let's make this line art brush smaller. That way, continue with like we've got big line art, medium line art, and we'll do small / tiny line art back here. Add to that depth and perspective. This one's going to be a big Dorito kind of triangle type building. I feel like I already screwed up the perspective on it. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think it's this line right here that's screwed. Because if I look at my guideline, it should be like that. Okay, I feel like that works. Gonna hide these foreground buildings. Okay, and now that I look at it, the entire roof is off. Start again. Alrighty, that's good. Okay. I don't know, there's like a bunch of extraneous detail right there, so I'm just gonna scribble that in. Hopefully it'll come across as extraneous detail in the final. Pretty far in the background, so I'm not gonna be too worried about getting perfect line art in that area. Apologies for sneezing. Okay, there's a deck. Alright, this has been screwed up. Let's fix that. Yay! There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna erase some of this line here so I can add some bump ins and bumps out like a good artist. Let's say this comes out and then goes back in, comes out again, adding, you know, some spice to the silhouette of the side of this building. And then let's do the same down here. Here we go. Instead of it just being a straight line, it actually has like bumps in and bumps out. The only thing is that I should probably repeat that on this other line. Yay! Here we are. Perfect. I'll just draw into the other building just to get a sense of where everything would be over there. I have my line art brush like 3 times as small as it was these other 2 buildings, but I feel like overall my line art is like the same, if not bigger quality than this building right here. But that is, we're just gonna deal with that. There we go. Okay, the next building is gonna have a lot of columns. I hate drawing columns, but you know, this fantasy city has a lot of them. So, gotta continue doing those. I don't think 4 is going to be enough. I think I'm going to need 5 of them. So add 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. That would be 3 in the middle, 2 on the side. That would be 5 overall. Okay, we'll add like stairs down as well, because I feel like that would be like, theoretically, if there were anybody living in this city, I mean there are people living in this city theoretically, that would be way too big of a gap for them to step up on, especially in this perspective. There we go. Those stairs are god-awful. Whoops. Alright, stairs, try to electric boogaloo. Alright, okay. That's much better. Now let's try and figure out where these columns are going to sit down here at the bottom. There's unfortunately gonna be one, like, in the middle of the stairs, which, whoops, that's probably not a good thing, but we can just walk around the column. Alrighty, that's probably as good as the lines for these columns are gonna get. Honestly, not too bad. I feel like it still matches the perspective, so... I think individually, if I were drawing these buildings, I would think the quality is awful, but since there are so many buildings, I think the quality is just fine. I mean, in the end, if this background turns out bad, I'll just blur the entire background and crop it. I already regret merging these two buildings. Okay, this one... Here we go. Maybe, hold on. That's better, I would say. Maybe. Let's fix some of these inside assets. Aha! Okay, yeah, that looks better. And we press Alt, and then we deselect the windows in the middle. Perfect. Alrighty. Now, we just erase what we don't need from this building. Thank you for sticking around and watching. I know this isn't super entertaining, but hope you're having a good time at least. Ayo, there we go. We have one side finished. This building up at the front is not in perspective with the rest of it. No, maybe it is. I think it's just this column right here that needs to be fixed. So why not go in and do that? Let's see if making this column right here any taller will help. Yeah, making that column taller definitely helped. I feel like when I was adjusting this frontmost building, I accidentally grabbed the column too, and that's why it looked a little too short. There we go. That's an acceptable city side, I would say. And now we merge these and then forget our worries. Okay, this building, I don't know if I want it to be taller or like bigger. Yeah, I feel like bigger and then bringing it back this way. Okay, yeah, no, that totally helped. Okay. Dope. Nice. On to the next building, which is a semi-3-point perspective. Which I don't want to do, but we're gonna do it anyways. We're just gonna start off with some shitty columns. I've learned this from Sims building. When in doubt, just add columns to the corners. And then it looks better. Honestly, that probably would have been super smart to just make this in Sims or something, or like buildings in particular that go along with perspective, and then just like Frankenstein them together. That would have been pretty smart. Unfortunately, I only think of that stuff retrospectively. So I'm stuck to have to deal with my lack of, I don't know, foresight? Yeah. I think foresight's the correct word to use. Okay, those columns actually look pretty good. Add some of those column divot line marker things. Because we're going for very Greek Roman columns. Or at least like kind of like Greek Roman colonial-esque columns. I don't know, whatever the monuments in the United States, whatever those columns are called, that's what we're going for. Alright, I feel like those columns are like the best things I've done for this entire background thus far. Maybe it's because I've already warmed up drawing with the other buildings, and now I'm actually in a good flow, which is nice. If I can get these lines back here correct, then I'll actually believe. Yeah, on my face. Okay, that actually looks good. Lightly drawing those in. There we go. I feel like I say there we go every time I finish drawing something, so I completely apologize about that. I guess I just don't have like anything other more intelligent to say when I finish drawing something instead of like get this dome like thing. Okay, hold on. This should... We're thinking about this logically. It'd have more space on this side over here than it would on this side due to probably the word of the day, perspective. Okay. Now we're gonna add like a little lip here. We can add like, it's gonna be like a glass dome kind of thing. Alright, we're gonna call that good enough. Add a little stair right there. And the other word of the day, columns. Okay, hold up, that is way too many lines. I can barely make that out as is. Okay, let's add. Okay, and then we're gonna add 2 more in the middle. So we just don't have a bunch of barred lines. We can actually make out what's supposed to be a column and what's supposed to be the blank space behind it. Yay! Okay, now that that's done, I need to move this. Okay. This dome part needs to be moved as well. That is good enough. Alright, nice. Let's focus on the street side of this building now. Make some bump outs. Give it the illusion of depth. Cool, there we go. Actually seeing all these buildings in here is making it look better. So, yay! I still feel like maybe the ratio is off with where the character is placed and where the buildings are, but we will see. I literally like pulled up, whatchamacallit, it's like the perfect rectangle, like the aspect ratio or whatever. Like this thing in like pink and blue, if you can actually see that. And I feel like if I stretch that to the canvas size, if I remember correctly, yeah, his eye is like almost perfectly aligned with that. So, I mean, theoretically it's a good composition. Does that mean it's actually a good composition? Alright. You want me to shout out your bro? I mean, people can read the name in the comments. I don't think I'm gonna actually say his name out loud, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Square. That's pretty funny, though. Alright, I gotta remind myself to fix this rooftop on this building, because that just ain't it. It's not it, Chief. Alright. Do some more in and outs on these here. Give some more depth and just some flat lines. Okay, I hate that. We're going back. Okay, let's try just bumping out like that middle part. Maybe adding yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave those alone for right now. I feel like the bump out is not helping the side of this silhouette. There we go. Okay. That, I think, is in perspective. Mostly in perspective. Let's just do a small little transform. Get that back on that little reference line right there. I feel like that's a lot better in better perspective. Also, if the drawing is ever like out of the ratio where you guys can't see it, let me know in the chat. I have a weird setup on my OBS right now because it is like vertical drawing where it doesn't show the whole canvas, unfortunately. So just let me know if like I'm like talking about or drawing something and then you're like, bruh, we can't even see it. What the hell? So just let me know. Okay. Gotta make a good dome. I don't know what's with me and having domed roofs in this area, but I guess it's all about those domed roofs and columns for this theoretical Fantasy City. Although I do not think I will get this done in time for the illustration contest, unfortunately. Okay, the perspective on this side of the building is way off. Okay, that would theoretically be more in perspective. Theoretically. Man, I really need to get better vocabulary. I feel like I'm just saying theoretically and already 90% of the time right now. So my apologies for that. And also apologizing a lot. I'm gonna continue doing streams and stuff that'll brighten my that'll broaden my horizons. Alrighty. That, I think, looks better. Technically better. Do I like it? No, but it's technically better. Now, if I were to add the other rounded part of the room over here, there we go. And perspective is a BTCH. I totally forgot to add I in that little thing right there, but that's okay. Like I have said this entire stream, the perspective for this piece is going to be subjective. Not actually adhering to the laws of, you know, time, space, functions of geometry. No idea if this roof actually looks like a glass roof or not. That's kind of the aesthetic is going for, like, a glass roof look. For these lines on the roof here, they're technically supposed to get closer together because they're further away. So let's see if I can actually do that. Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna do like little glass, not like lattice thing, but panels Yeah, glass panels up there. Okay, I think for this one, we're gonna do a little bit of a cheat. We're gonna select a bigger brush. Maybe not that big of a brush. Select a bigger brush, go all the way down to the end here. Do a tinier brush, put it on transparent, and then cut through the middle. Boom! I don't know why I didn't do that with more of my lines, because gosh, that makes this a lot easier. Actually, I like that line not connecting there. Alright. Got a whole glass cage on the top, or not glass cage. Got a whole glass roof on top of it. Oh, my line art is still transparent. Let's untransparent that line art. It's still transparent. Yay, there we go. Color, or it's not even color. Man, it's like 8 o'clock my time right now, and this is due like midnight. This is definitely not getting done in time for this illustration contest. Sucks, but that's my poor planning. In my defense, I was working on a student film, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but you did not hear that from me. I don't know, I gotta finish speedrunning that film. Okay. Yay, we got glass roof on this ring. Let's add some like little detailed pieces. Where this connects. Just give this little frieze right here some more detail, I guess. Let's do the same for this one here. Nope. Okay. There you go. Now to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do for the side of this building. I have no clue. I mean, probably just windows, but what kind of windows? See if my phone has any handy-dandy references to use. The answer is no. What the heck? Well, okay, the answer is maybe. Kinda. I think we'll bring back some of these round-ish kind of windows from this building here onto this one. Most of this is just gonna be like conjecture and making it the heck up. So, which, I mean, is a good thing, but also not a good thing. Using references is the best. Even if some people think it's art cheating, it is only half art cheating. Okay. Let's think about the placement of these windows. I feel like I have to place them all in this box right here. Or is that box off? That box is 100% off. Okay, box 2. Alright, that box is less off. I think the length of these little outy bits is not helping the box. Okay. There we go. Let's give you some like big, nice, rounded windows. Put this in thirds or fourths? I have no idea. I think thirds. I think a lot of this building is split in thirds, so I should continue that. Okay. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get for evenly spaced windows. Which makes me a little upset, because this middle part right here is 100% not where it's supposed to be. We're just gonna let it live and not try and worry / nitpick it too much. There's the world's biggest eraser on right now. I have no idea why it's like 500 pixels for this eraser, but it's okay. It works. Just gotta be careful when erasing stuff. Okay. I think that window works. Okay, cool. I like the look of these windows. This one is a little too short and a little too thick, though. So we're just gonna scooch. Wow, it's a wonderful window. Because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna copy paste the next one. Oops, let's redo. Never mind, hold on. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of all of this. Alright. Okay, copy this window again, because it did not work the first time. Now we bring it down here, make it shorter and thinner. Those windows look awful. Whoops. See, this is the perspective and stuff that you would get from an artist who doesn't do backgrounds all that often. Which kind of sucks, because I really like drawing backgrounds. These look like backgrounds that aren't, I guess, well-studied backgrounds. Okay, we're gonna see if I can adjust this top part, because I love this top part. It looks great, but it is not aligned with these windows. And trying to change the window alignment will not help the location of these. Right. That looks a lot better. Completely screwed up this top line right here, but that is okay. Yay! Okay, I'm happy with this thus far. Adjusting that top part for the glass window terrace definitely helped. Speaking of glass window, I should probably add in just some basic contour lines of mayhaps where I guess the other side lattice kind of framing should be. Just a little bit. Nice, okay. Just add a little bit of flux right here. Okay, the flags are gross, but I have a vision for what I'm gonna do. Alright, that's the vision. Not in love with it, but I don't hate it enough to erase it. Alright, we have one side of this, or one half of the side of the building done. I think that looks pretty nice. I feel like my line art quality just keeps getting better and better, and it kind of sucks because they're like further and further away from the focal point. Little yikes, but we will live. Once I'm finished with this building, I think I might revisit. Oh jeez. I think I might revisit this building over here and just erase some of the inner lines and the line work to create, like, I guess more detail and thinner line art. I think that might work a little better. What am I drawing? Oh, I am working on a, kind of, well, it was supposed to be a piece for, the Clip Studio 39th International, illustration contest, but the deadline is tonight and it's like 8 p.m. where I am. No idea when the thing finishes, so, it's, probably not gonna end up being for the competition, but it's, kind of just a cityscape, jeez, can't think right now. It's a cityscape with a character here in the front. Character, his name is Zaylin. He is lovely. He's from a D&D campaign. So, kind of just sitting here, chilling, with his little baby harpsichord thingy. I can't remember what it was called. But, yeah, the theme for the illustration contest was music. So I wanted to draw him just having a chill day, and it's gonna be like a sunrise kind of scene with like the sun coming out the back here. I think I have some, yeah, where the sun's gonna like be over here and kind of shining through the city with this reference image for like the background and stuff. So that was the main kind of area and how this was gonna look. So right now I'm just working on the line art for the buildings in the background, which I am spending probably way too much time on because they're probably gonna be like not even seen during the final. They're probably gonna mostly be covered, or at least blurred out. R.I.P. Yep, I agree with that sentiment. But hey, you know, overall, at least if I spend a good amount of time on this, I can use it for like a portfolio or something. It still looks great though. Oh, thank you. I feel like throughout this thing, my line art has become better and worse, which, I mean, not in a good way, because I would prefer like the worst stuff to be further away from the focal point, but it ended up closer to the focal point, unfortunately, so gotta deal with that later on. But that's like a rendering issue. It's a I don't really care about it right now kind of issue. I think, well, like, for this part down here, make like a little city side, like, facade down here, kind of where in major cities the buildings have like lower street level buildings, and then they have like, you know, the upper parts. I don't know if that made any sense, but they have like two different sections. So this is gonna be like one of those lower street level sections here. just going off straight vibes for this building, by the way. The other ones I had, like, semi-references. This one's just hopes and dreams. Which is kind of funny, it's hopes and dreams, but I feel like this building has one of the more compelling designs of the buildings thus far. Especially the best line art thus far. So sometimes it is good to follow your heart. You'll probably end up creating a lot better stuff following your heart. Alrighty. We have these. I feel like I want to keep the whole arch theme down here, but I don't particularly like that. Hold up. I like how I split it down here. I just don't know what to do window-wise down here. I'll leave that for a second and come back up to this level up here. I think for this level, I'm just kind of gonna repeat like a smaller version of the third floor. Okay, I do not like that. What if we just do like smaller window versions of the third floor? Okay, maybe. I mean, I need to stop thinking so hard about these buildings, because they're not even supposed to be the focal point. That's supposed to be, like, the character that's illustrated on, like, you know, a third of the canvas. And this is quite literally just background junk. I could put a sign? What kind of sign would you suggest? Like a medieval, like, I don't know, tavern sign, or like an advertisement sign on the side? A shop sign? Ooh, yeah, it could be a shop sign. Let's see. Feel like, I don't know, maybe there should be a door down here with a shop sign next to it. But then again, we have like this kind of door entrance over here. So, I like the idea of the sign though. I feel like we should add it kind of towards the back here. What kind of shop should this be? If you don't mind me asking. I feel like it can be like one of those hanging signs that fantasy villages kind of have. You know, like Minecraft hanging sign kind of vibe. A boutique, maybe? Ooh, yeah. Could be a boutique. And if it's gonna be a boutique, maybe I round out the sides of the sign a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the square sign a little bit more. We'll just add some like random script. We can't read it. Maybe like a circle or something. Ooh, maybe some lanterns on the side here. Do like, since this is supposed to be like a fantasy village, just some like a little ink styled lanterns. I mean, these are probably too big for where they are location wise, but I feel like they work. Maybe the second level doesn't have windows. I feel like that's what's throwing me off. There's like enough windows here to completely destroy like any building in a tornado. I feel like the bathrooms would even have windows. So maybe we get rid of these windows on the second story here. That way we can like add some big windows on, let's say, this boutique level down here at the bottom. First I gotta get these little columns here in perspective. And then I'm kind of doing like a similar pain kind of style throughout this whole city. Kind of just, I don't know, conceptually bring the city together so it doesn't feel like a bunch of different buildings shoved into one. Kind of doing like this 4-pane style where we got like smaller ones on the bottom and then bigger styles at top. Alright, I think I like that. I feel like that's going to be the best that the side of the building's going to get. Gonna kind of just leave it for right now, maybe come back to it at some point, but gotta continue working on the rest of this building. I mean, this is only like building 5 and I still have like 4 more to do, so gotta continue on going. Alright. Okay. One side of the building done. Let's, I don't know, in the sketch layer I had like an idea for like circular balconies. So I think we'll just add a circular balcony over here and then call this building done. Try not to spend too much time hyper-focusing and fixating on these buildings. The problem is like I have a lot of round shapes on this building, but overall for the city I wanted it to have kind of like a chevron triangle kind of feel to it. But that's okay. Hopefully they're blending together nicely. And one is not like super overpowering the other. Okay, yeah, just a quick sketch on that side of the building. We're not gonna be too, like, out there noticeable. Okay, that being said, I'm gonna return to this building up front here. Just make this line art less in your face. Okay. It's gonna just be as easy as like selecting a smaller pen in the transparent thing and then erasing inside of some of the line art. Make it look more detailed and get rid of some of the bulk on these lines. Okay, that's already looking better. Some of these lines I will just make smaller in general. Okay, I feel like this is overall working. Would have been better if I just like did nice line art. I mean, it is nice line art, just if I did thinner line art in the first place, but it's okay. Sometimes we can't think of everything in the moment. And it's always good to bulk work. Like, adding stuff and subtracting stuff, especially when doing art. You should be doing both. You shouldn't just be adding stuff to your canvas, you should also be subtracting stuff. There's a good cap tool to automate. Ooh, yeah. Probably have to look into that. Okay. Nice. I feel that building is less out of place now. especially with the thinner line art around the windows. Okay, next building! That is gonna be building next to this one. No, I feel like the perspective needs to be pretty harsh for this one. Just because it is so close. It's also hard because I'm trying to make a kind of tall building. I mean, I know technically a lot of these buildings would definitely benefit from having better, I guess, in and outs. I don't know, like, a better way to say that, but architecture that, like, comes in and out of the building. I don't know, let's see if I can do that for this one. I might not keep streaming for much longer, but thank you for those of you who have kind of stuck around for a little bit. It's been really nice, kind of just chilling and hanging out, so. What town am I doing? Well, technically this is a town from a D&D campaign. It was like this, not really main area, but it was like this, city hub town. It was called O'Brien's. I'm kind of doing like the richer kind of district area that's like near the castle part. So, wanted to add in a lot of vibes of like post-colonial buildings, a little bit of Greek, a little bit of Romanesque architecture. So like a lot of these buildings are gonna be like pretty white or like sand colored. Just going off the general vibes of what the town was kind of like. I don't know why I went with this like inverse T shape, but we did, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. How many times in this live stream have I said, whoops, I made a decision, I'm just gonna roll with it? Probably way too many, and it's probably gonna be very annoying. But I am basing like some of this architecture on some buildings I've seen in like I would say like Center City, Philadelphia. They have a lot of old architecture, especially like the Capitol building and stuff, so. Trying to add in some of those vibes. Where it's like old, grandiose kind of architecture. With like a little bit of like modern windows and stuff. Just cause it is a fantasy city, but the people living here are, I don't know, I guess a little bit more advanced, as well as I really wanted to have like a mixture of like old buildings with like renovated features, because the city has been like existing for a long time. So I really wanted to bring out some of those, I guess, features. So that's the city I'm kind of making right now. Okay, these windows are not doing what I'm wanting them to do. Which is kind of unfortunate. I like these windows to just, like first try, do exactly what I want them to do. That would be nice if everything in art was just like, you could do it on your first try and wouldn't have to like think after that. I would enjoy that very thoroughly. But if everything in art were being able to be done on your first try, then you probably wouldn't improve at all. But what would you rather take? Being able to improve your art, or just having good art from this get-go? Alright. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up this building and then probably head off the stream. This one I'm kind of just going willy-nilly. It's in the background, so if it looks a little funky, who really cares, am I right? Just kind of trying to go for something conceptually different than, like, box that's, like, I don't know. Than just box. Something a little conceptually different than just box. Add some depth and stuff. Like a good little artist. Back to doing these really shitty roof tiles. The idea was to do like an overlapping, man, I heard the word for it earlier, but I couldn't remember it now. Honestly, these ones look a lot better than the ones in the foreground. And I just did that, like, really easily, so... What the heck? My hands are betraying me. Alright, those ones on the bottom look not as good. But that's okay. Okay. And now we put this furthest to the back. And erase what we were covered by this building. Boom! And now we uncolor the line art. And we have the majority of a city street. Woo! Heck yeah! I think overall this doesn't look too bad. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Probably gonna head off for right now. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.